She's Got Yarn. How's everyone doing? I hope everybody's doing wonderful. It is still Tuesday, August 22nd, or 27th. Sorry. And it's soon to be the 28th. I wanted to get on here and record another video so that I can get some stuff done tomorrow. We've got a Boggy Blanket Brigade unboxing. I'm not sure what channel. I think it's my turn for the channel for the unboxing. I don't know. I'll find out. Also, I wanted to share with you the Boggy Blanket Brigade shirt. We have a Boggy Blanket Brigade. Well, it's a spring shop, but they're calling it something else, and dang it, I don't have my phone with me. It is, if you go to my description box, you open it up, it's right there. You can't miss it. So, but yeah, you can get sweatshirts. I got a long sleeve t-shirt. I got 2 sweatshirts. I thought I got 2 purple long sleeve sweatshirts. T-shirts, but I only got 1. So I need to see if I paid for it and didn't get it. So, but all proceeds when you buy any of the shirts go to Boggy Creek. It goes directly to Boggy Creek. For all my returning subscribers, you guys know that. If there's any newbies out here that want to get involved in the Boggy Blanket Brigade, I'm going to give you just a short little rundown and invite you to Wednesday night's unboxings. Boggy Blanket Brigade started, this will be our 3rd annual Boggy Blanket blanket drive. And basically how it started was, my mother is very involved in a women's club in a town of Williston, Florida. And the women's club does a lot of charitable things. Like they visit nursing homes and make gift baskets for the residents in nursing homes and etc. You know, that kind of stuff. And well, 1 year, 3 years ago, my mom asked me, would you make a couple baby blankets for me? It's for my women's club. I'm like, okay. So I made her a couple blankets. Well, the following year, she goes, can you make me a couple more blankets? And I said, what are the blankets for? She said, Boggy Creek. And I said, what is Boggy Creek? And she wasn't too sure, you know. She knew it was a camp for kids. That's about all she knew. So to make a long story short, I did a little research, found out it is a camp for kids with serious illnesses. There's like 16 different illnesses that children are invited to this camp free. Like let's say a kid that has heart disease, cardiac disease, heart transplant. Okay, these kids can't go to just regular camps. A lot of these kids with, you know, lung disease, sickle cell anemia. I mean, kids that are on medication, chemotherapy, you know, cancer patients, they can't go to camp because they need around the clock care. They need nurses, they need their medications, and they need a doctor available to them if something were to happen. This camp has all of that. It has a small hospital. It has doctors on staff. Everybody's volunteers. All the money is donated to run this camp. It is a huge camp, and the founders was Paul Newman, and there's several investors, and then there's like a General Schwarzkopf. He also is an investor in this camp, but basically Paul Newman is the founder of this camp. And there are several camps throughout the United States. I live in Florida, so I started this, and people are sending blankets from around the world. But I'm getting off task for newbies. Basically, I found out what the camp's for. These crocheted blankets, they go in the cabins on the beds. Every cabin has 10 beds for children, 6 for staff. So the cabin's kind of split, and there's like a wall between the kids the staff and the children. And I believe they have separate bathrooms too. But anyways, there's several cabins. And so like one week, the families with heart transplants come, and the children get to camp. They get to go swimming. They get to go fishing. They get to kiss fishes that they catch and throw them back, and learn about kindness, and learn about they are not alone in this world. There are other children just like them. I'm getting emotional. But anyways, they're not alone in this world, and they get to share their venture with other families that are going through the same thing, and also siblings of these children, because sometimes the other children, they feel neglected when they have a sibling that's very sick and they get all the attention. So they get to meet other children that are siblings. You know, it's just, they have family day, they have just the camper days. But we crocheters, my mother wanted blankets. When I called, I spoke to Kimmy, and she said, we'll take all the blankets you can get. And well, anyways, I may not be telling the story exactly how it went, but I went to Lynette, and I'm like, my mom wants these blankets, and you know, it's about a camp, blah blah blah. Lynette's like, Nancy, we need to make blankets. We have the platform. We have all these ladies that crochet and donate. They can donate to these kids. And then we went to Billy, the Crafty Floridian. Lynette is Charm Grammy. Then we went to Billy, the Crafty Floridian, and Billy had a bigger platform than the two of us, so we did a lot of the unboxing over at Billy. Billy helped us grow. I mean, we all did it together as a team. Billy did the first 2 years of it, but we sent blankets every February. We collect them from August to the end of January. Everybody sends the blankets, the crochet blankets that they make, to me, and then I haul them in a U-Haul to Boggy Creek, which is in Austin, Eustis, Florida. Oh God, Nance. Eustis, Florida. But now we have another podcaster in Delaware that's going to be filling a truck full of blankets and bringing them to Florida. So we're growing. You know, every year we collect more and more blankets. Our goal this year is 2,025 blankets. Last year was 1,000. And so 1,000 and something. And this year we want to double it. So I think we're going to do a wonderful job. So if you want to be a part of the Boggy Blanket Brigade, you are more than welcome. The blankets have to be a specific size. It's 35 to 40 wide, 40 to 50 long. So I've been making like 40 by 40, sometimes 50. But if you make a blanket too big outside those parameters, the blankets will stay at camp. They will not go home with the children, but they will be used. I mean, there's staff there, doctors, there's apartments for physicians. I mean, this place is huge. And if you want to watch a video of it, I have several videos. I video every year when I go to Boggy Creek. Okay, the first one I think is my best video. And one of the directors explains a lot in more detail about the camp. Better than I could. Disney built a theater there. They have a theater there that, I mean, these children, they have so much fun, and they'll never forget Boggy Creek once you go there. It changes lives, so I'm sorry, I'm a big wuss. But the camp does, it makes a big impact in their lives. It's a moment they'll never forget, or a memory they'll never forget. I'll never forget, and I'm just a guest, you know. And a lot of people have jumped on board at making many blankets and sending them to me. And now the Yarn Addict is collecting blankets. Whatever's cheaper for mailing is what we're doing. If you're closer to me, mail them to me. If you're closer to one, you know, figure out how much it's going to cost you to send to Florida versus how much it's going to cost you to send to Delaware. Of course, you're going to pick the cheaper of the two, but the blankets will make it to Eustis this year by either me or Juan. Lynette Charm Grammy, she's doing a lot of the squares, and Nina Nina's Knots Crochet has stepped in the shoes of Billy. Billy has kind of stepped back a little bit. She's still involved making blankets for specific seasons. She's collecting little squares for St. Patty's, Christmas, and Halloween. And I believe they're 6x6 squares. So if you have squares for specific holidays, Christmas, Halloween, or St. Patty's, send them to Billy, the Crafty Floridian. She's putting blankets together. And also Nina's Knots Crochet, she's collecting 5x5. But I would go to her channel and find out the specifics. I don't want to say she doesn't want people sending boxes of squares. Basically what she's doing is, if you want it, a lot of people out here in the crochet community are retired. They live on fixed incomes. They can't afford a $25 postal fee to send a blanket, you know, but they have yarn, they make blankets, and they would love to send them. If you know, you can send them to a local charity hospital. I mean, if you can't send to Boggy Creek, to me, but if you want to be a part of Boggy Creek, you can send a square, and your square will be put into a blanket. And if you do a 5x5 square and send it to Nina's Knots Crochet, that square will go in a Boggy blanket. Okay, that's why we did the squares, not for somebody to just make hundreds of them and send them to Nina. Okay, just if you want to be a part of it, just send one or two, and Nina will put it in a blanket. And we're asking that if you send squares or blankets, make them in bright colors. These are young children. They love the bright colors. So yeah, so I hope that gives you kind of an idea of what's going on with Boggy Creek. And every Wednesday night we do an unboxing. We try to. Sometimes it's not possible because all of us have lives. You know, things happen. But Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, there will be a video tomorrow night. Not sure whose channel. I think it's my turn. Because I think it's the 4th video, and so I'm the 4th person, so it's probably going to be on my channel. If not, I'll find out. I'll post it. You'll see it posted where it's going to be. But I have a bunch of blankets. What we do is we StreamYard, 4 of us, and we share what we've done for the week, what we've collected for the week as far as blanket squares, etc. Any changes, any new exciting news. You know, there's always, you know, we've got some channels that want to help out. Tracy over at Crochet Rocks, she sent a blanket in, which is really cool. She's a large channel, and that, you know, and she promotes Boggy Creek blankets on her channel, which helps us get more blankets for the children. So again, all of the shirts that are in our shop, our spring shop, all proceeds go straight to Boggy Creek. We do not handle any of the money. So if you can't send in a blanket and you want to buy a shirt and contribute that way, if you want to send money to Boggy Creek directly, you can also do that if you want to. I mean, it's totally up to you. But a lot of people who create blankets, they love to see their blankets, and they love to see us show their blankets, and they love to give. I mean, most people that make all these blankets, you know, we can't keep them all. So, of course, we're going to make them for these kids. Everybody's jumping on board, and I'm just so happy and excited about it. And I'm very proud to be a part of it. So, and basically part of the founder of it. So I'm very proud. And I'm very, very proud of all of you guys that have made this a big success. Yes. Last year the news came out. They were so excited. Kimmy, she's also I don't know her title. I can't remember, but she's, you know, like a director. And if you have any questions, you can always ask for her. She answers questions pretty quickly. So, but yeah, but if you want to, and also Boggy's got a channel, Boggy Creek, so you can always look up Boggy Creek and watch their channel and watch what they do with the children. It's pretty awesome. But we have on my channel, in my description box, I have videos of the blanket brigade. We've named it the Blanket Brigade or the Boggy Babes. The shirt is the Blanket Brigade, and so that's what I'm calling it. And we have a hashtag BBB 2025 and also a hashtag Fill That Truck 25. So if you want to look for videos, yeah, or you know, just if you want to show your blanket on your channel, if you have a channel, you know, that'll show up if we want to see what people are making out there also. So, but anyways, that's pretty much it. There will be more talk about Boggy Blanket Wednesday nights. You can learn more. There's a live chat. We try to answer some questions. We have I forgot what you call them. They watch the comments. They're the guards at the gate. They protect us from trolls, but they also help us answer questions. They send links so that you can, you know, send a link. So yeah, so if you're not subscribed to my channel, you might want to subscribe to my channel so you know you can make sure you catch updates in regards to Boggy Creek. And also, I mean, I've had my channel, I think my channel January will be 4 years old. I've only been crocheting 4 years, maybe a little over 4 years. And I'm not a real experienced crocheter, but I think I do pretty good for self-taught. Well, YouTube taught me. I learned off YouTube. I don't have any family members that have ever crocheted or knitted. Last year, I taught myself to knit. I made a sweater. A lot of sweat and tears, but I got it done. So, and it was thick and quick, or woolies. It was thick yarn. But it turned out to be a very pretty sweater, and I wear it. I wore it last year, so, or this year I wore it. So, no, it was last year. But anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about with Boggy Creek. And if you are contemplating joining us, please do. Everyone's blanket is very much appreciated. So, all right, let's get back to my normal routine. I'm working on my Halloween sleeve. This is not a pattern of anybody's. This is just something I created out of the top of my head. It's a stitch that I just went back and forth and made 3 panels. I made a full panel and split the panel in half and made 2 front panels. And I'm doing this pattern just round and round. I'm going back and forth at the seam, back and forth, the same stitch. And that's all it is. It's really easy once you figure out the concept. You know, you could actually make these one piece and just fold it together, you know, instead of me making 3 panels. I could have just made it one regular panel. So, but it's starting to, okay. This is possibly the size that the sleeve's gonna be. And I think I have enough yarn. I'm playing yarn chicken here. This is how much yarn I have left to complete that sleeve. So hopefully, and I'm gonna trim it out in black. So I think that'll be fine. And I was worried I wouldn't have the right yarn, but I'm going to be using yarn that I purchased from Hobie Rocks over at Tracy with Crochet Rocks. Has a yarn shop. She has accessories, everything. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know I think she gave me a discount code, but I don't know it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm catching up. I've been a slacker the past year. This heart attack really threw me for a loop. I had a heart attack a year ago. June 16th was a year. No, was it August 16th? It was, I don't know, June, July. I think it was June. And I just hadn't felt right. Ever since I had that heart attack, I'm always tired, telling people I'm tired, telling my doctors. They were giving me all this medication, vitamins, just trying to figure out, you know, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. You know, my thyroid was whacked out. Yeah, I'm on thyroid medication, but I'm still feeling crappy. And I got to the point where I tell people I'm feeling better. You know, you get tired of telling people you feel bad. And, you know, when you look okay, it's hard for people to see. You know, a lot of you guys could tell when I'm not feeling good. A lot of you guys have the eye for that. But I'm feeling great. I discovered just 3 weeks ago that it was my blood pressure medication. They had me on 2 blood pressure medications. One I stopped a little while after I had my heart attack. And then my husband said, I think you're taking too many medications. I mean, I have a suitcase bag full, a Vera Bradley bag full of pills. And so what I did was I stopped everything but my Plavix, which is keeping that stent open, because I had a heart attack, and that's the main thing, is I had a blockage, and I want to keep that blockage and that stent healthy. So I take aspirin a day, and I take Plavix to keep that line. I didn't stop those, and I stopped my blood pressure medication. I stopped my statins. My son is a little upset about that. I need to go. He said, you need to go on a lower dose. It was like they had me on all these, like, it was the hospital medications that nobody changed it because they didn't prescribe it, you know. But my cardiologist gave me permission. He was like, stop it, fine, it's fine, stop it. And I did. So I just, because I went in there and I said, look, I take all this crap, and I said, I feel like shit. I'm tired of feeling. You don't want to go on when you feel bad every day. And, you know, and your husband's like, can't you go to breakfast with me? You know, do something with me. And all I want to do is sleep, you know, and you feel guilty for feeling bad, which sounds so stupid, but it's true. But I feel great. I think I got more energy than him, and he doesn't know what to do with me now. It's like, she's back. Because I'm actually a very hyper individual. A lot of my Zoom sisters know that. When they met me back in Sarasota a couple years ago, I am full of energy, and it's back. Not 100%, but it's back. I mean, I'm older. I'm starting to act my age, however that is. But yeah, I'm starting to feel good. I'm making stuff and enjoying it, and I've got my projects on lists. I've got goals that I haven't had goals in over a year. So, all right, enough about that. But I'm just kind of updating, because I have a lot of new subscribers that don't, you know, I'll get this post, so sorry to hear you had a heart attack, and I'm like, well, that was a year ago, you know. So yeah, it was a year ago, long ago. But it's taken me a year to figure out how to feel good again. It's crazy. You know, you thought, well, maybe it's my heart, you know, because I do have heart disease. I mean, I did damage my heart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But my cardiologist, he's like, you shouldn't be feeling bad, you know. Because you don't even look your age, you know, you should be feeling better. And I do now. I do feel a lot better. And I know all my longtime followers know, and I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. And all those prayers, they're answered. She's back. Too bad I'm not a musician. I could write a song. You know, every country girl's got a song. And I'm also a big animal lover. I have Labradors. I've lost a couple dogs in the past year. You'll see me get real mushy about and emotional. Recently lost my big yellow male. His name was Archer. We called him Archie. He was a hot mess. I miss him too. But he lived he outlived his daddy, but he lived a long life. He had a lot of health issues. So he was going to be 13 in February, so he was 12, right? 2012. Yeah, he's 12. But yeah, I miss him. 2, 3, 4. You know, that's the bad thing about being a pet owner. You have to make decisions when they're not well. And my vet told me he was suffering, so I had to make that call. It was painful, but he knows I loved him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And every now and then they look for him. You can tell they're looking for him. Well, now they got a new little one. We got a new puppy, Miss Sadie. And I'll share a little snapshot of her sleeping. I'm recording her sleeping. Usually she's up while I'm up. But she's already played in the water, so I had to wipe that up with towels. We have Sadie towels now. Yeah. About 6 a day. Yeah. I think we just throw them in the dryer. It's just water. She loves water. She gets in those water bowls. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I've got the tall water. It's got a platform. One's higher than the other. She can get in them. She was playing in them, but not quite as bad. 1, 2, 3. She just got her paws and her chest wet and splashed around it. But Tim's water bowl, it flooded the room. She didn't get. He's locked her out of the room. Yeah, she's a water dog. She loves the rain. And she's losing her puppy breath. She still got it, but she loves snacks. She doesn't. We're gonna put her in training. We have to. Yeah. She doesn't listen to me. Not without food. I have to bribe her. And she's a little skittish. If you move too fast towards her, she'll kind of like back up. I don't know if she's been kicked. It has something to do with where she came from. I know since I had to take her to the emergency room at Shan's, I think maybe that could be it, but it also could be where she came from. But ever since we took her to the emergency room, it's a little worse. She can be, we call it a spook. She can get spooked real easy. And we got to break that. That's what in the greyhound industry, that's what we refer to dogs that are afraid and get startled really easily. We call them spooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's a spook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But she's a cute little spook. She's my little spooky pook. But we're gonna try to break her of that. I'm gonna tie Coke cans behind her. Eventually she'll get used to them. A strand, something noisy. Get her used to it. I mean, today the air conditioner guy came to do our annual check. Well, it's every 6 months they come and check my air conditioner and switch out my filters. Make sure I'm switching out my filters. They switch them out. They're good for a year. Those filters they have today, they're expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But Maverick had his hair raised up. He's like the new guard dog since Archer's been gone. He was like, woo, and I was like, you need to calm down. But his bark and the way he was acting scared Sadie. Yeah, it scared her. She ran and got up on my lap. She runs to me when she gets spooked, but she also runs from me when I go to put her harness on. She don't want her harness on, but it's too bad. Tim thought it was funny. She ran from me. I said, that's not funny. He thought it was funny because Susie runs from him. She hates the harness. So I let her wear it for a couple hours, let her get used to it. My other dogs, they love to go places. Now, I didn't start taking Marley places until she was an adult. She would, well, when she was a puppy, she used to make me so mad. I'd open the gate when I get home from work, and she'd take off down the road, and of course, I'm afraid she's going to get hit. I mean, I live on a dirt road. It's not a busy road, but there are idiots out there that drive too fast. And I'm sure I'm one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what she would do, she'd run down my driveway and then run up the neighbor's driveway, and then they'd look at me on the other side of the fence like, "Hi, Mommy, could you help me get in the yard? I can't find." She couldn't figure out how to get through the fence for the longest time, and she would run from me. I wanted to just strangle her. And then she finally stopped doing that, and when I would get out to open the gate, she'd jump in my truck with muddy feet, dirty feet, you know. And she was like so excited. She'd sit in the front seat like, "Hi, Mom, I'm in the car." So eventually I decided I was going to take her for a ride. That's all she wrote. She was the best dog to travel with. She just finally grew up, you know, out of that puppy naughty stage, not listening, and she turned out to be the best dog. And I miss her. I lost her this year. For those that don't know, her name was Marley, aka Pooh Bear. She was my little snuggle bug. And she had the worst breath. Oh my God. I gotta stop talking about her. I'm getting emotional. But yeah, she had death breath. I miss that death breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have Zeusy. Yeah, Mr. Old Fart. He's hanging in there. But you can tell he's getting tired. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. One, 2, 3. That's an ugly 3, but it'll have to do. It's in the armpit. Oh goodness. Okay. It's like, don't change on me. All right. I've been on here a little bit. I want to, let me make sure I'm recording. It's 30 minutes. I want to share with you guys my last yarn haul. Let's see. Let's see how it's looking. I've had to frog it a few times. My right is my left is my right. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks funky there because it's got a hole there, but that's the way it is. It'll look fine once I have it on there. Yeah. I'm excited that it's almost done. Actually, I did it in a week, you know. That's not bad for me. So I'm kind of tired of working on it tonight. But at least I got the other blank. I got the sleeve started and it's in go mode. But I want to share with you guys my your inspiration yarn. It finally came. I hope it's all here. I thought I ordered 3 of each, but I only ordered 2 of each. I'm just gonna make a blanket, but I almost wish I could make a sweater out of this. Is that not beautiful? That is the prettiest yarn. It's Red Heart, and it's all in one granny. Look how the grannies work up. Really pretty. And the color is black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, beacon. Black, blue, beacon. I'm reading upside down. And it's got 417 yards, I believe. Yep. 250 grams, 381 meters, 8.8 ounces. Hook size is a 5.5, and knitting needle is 5. I can see it tonight. Wash and dry. Yep, number 4. So, but it's so pretty. But I got 2 of them. I wish I would have got 3. I still might get one more if I go to Joann's and it's still cheap. But this is the color I was really wanting to get. Is that not pretty? I think that is so pretty. I like green. Yeah, Madonna loves green too. So anyways, that is my haul. And okay, what's the color? The specs are the same. The color's called Verdant Vine. V-E-R-D-A-N-T. Verdant Vine. It's just so pretty, and I have nowhere to put it. Actually, it looks more Halloween than some of this Halloween yarn. Not pretty. It's so beautiful. This blue is so beautiful. And the teal, this teal, I got this teal. Yeah, I'm done shopping all-in-one grannies. Unless they come out with new colors again. I can't help myself. But, yep, I'm going to be working on my stash. Yes, because I got a lot of beautiful yarn I do want to work with. I really do. I know I'm never going to be able to use all this yarn. I don't know. Not in my lifetime, but I give a lot of it away. I collect it. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. All of it. So, and you can thank Crystal back in the day for that. Yeah, she started it. And I miss her collection. I would just love to see her do another wall. At least one little wall, a collection, a bag a day. Like her favorite yarn wall or something. I wish she would do something like that. Yeah. Well, she's more than just yarn. She's a creator. She's a designer. She's incredible. I mean, she makes patterns for all of us beginners and continues to make patterns that, that we can continue to make. I mean, because I'm sure she can step that up to like way up there and make them more difficult and more challenging for people, for more seasoned crocheters. But yeah, she's awesome. She's an incredible designer. She's the reason I collect yarn. I miss her little yarn room. I could stare at it for hours. And I do watch her old videos. I like them better. I do. I really do. I like her old videos when she was in that room with Eddie Mercury and all her yarn. And yeah, I like to watch her reruns. That's me. I watch a lot of old videos, people I miss that aren't there anymore. So, but all right, that's enough of that yakking. I love you, Bag a Day. I miss her yarn wall. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I hope you enjoyed what little bit of yarn I had and enjoyed the chat. And I hope all the newbies come back. So, all right, guys, I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Boggy Blanket Brigade. Love ya. Mwah.